Good morning from Cynthia Rose Healing Arts Sanctuary in Colorado. Bodhi was just barking at nothing. Okay, we're good. That's what I was looking at. So, good morning, Sheldon. Thank you so much for always hanging with me every morning, being my first person on here. So, I don't know about you, Sheldon, but good morning, everyone. So, this morning I woke up and I felt totally okay. And then all of a sudden I felt really sad. And I don't know why. So I had this kind of wave of sorrow and sadness that came over me and from up inside of me. And I don't. Good morning. Hi, Jason. Hi, Taz. Hi, Rocky. And then I missed somebody else up there. So I'm not really too sure what this sad is about. I'm not too sure if it's my sad or sad from somewhere else or both. Probably both. The way that I understand it is that, I mean, of course, we're all going to have the capacity for any emotion. But the way that I understand it is that if I have resonance with an emotional state inside of myself in my own field, and then there's some, external source of that I'm tapping into, or that is tapping into me, then it's going to amplify what's already existing inside of me. So it's usually never this or that, it's this and that. So Sheldon's saying, I had a dream that left me a little sad. Oh, I wonder if maybe I'm feeling you a little bit. What do you think about that? Why sad you make us unsad? Aw, that makes me feel better already. Thanks, Rocky. But even those of us who are, choose to be optimistic and happy for the most part, we experience that stuff too. And, oftentimes we're very private about that because, and I certainly have been in most of my life very private about the things that I've had in my experience that have felt like struggle, and it's not until pretty recently that I learned to share those parts of my experience so that other people understand that we're not alone in this and it's very normal. So it's interesting because what I wanted to talk to everybody about today a little bit. Good morning, everyone. Oh my gosh, Linus, I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Tani. Thanks for joining me on Sunday morning. See, this is making me happier already. So yeah, again, I'm not sure where this feeling of sad is coming from. I'm fairly good at discerning when it's coming from somewhere outside of me, and it feels like maybe I'm picking up on it from somewhere other than me. And then it's just adding to what's already there inside of me that's fairly small, really, because I've been pretty happy. And this daily practice, hi John, thanks for joining. This daily practice has really helped me, being able to connect with all you beautiful people in the morning and, just having a sense of purpose and connection every day. It's been really good. So because I'm feeling like this is kind of something that I'm picking up on from somewhere outside of myself, maybe I can help with it a little bit for wherever that's coming from, as well as help myself. And that's how it works. So next Sunday, and I know there's a bunch of you on here that don't live locally, so you won't be able to come and be here in person. But next Sunday here at the Healing Arts Sanctuary, I am going to be hosting a full day event where I am going to be doing emotion code sessions for a small donation to meet my requirement for certification for the emotion code program. And I will be certified by the end of March. So I have a total of 30 sessions that I need to do. I've already done some, but there's 4 that I need to do on animals and 26 on people, including 4 heart wall removals. So some of you might know a little bit about emotion code and most of you probably don't. Good morning, Todd. Hi, Kaba. I am not trained to or certified to teach, so I can't do that. I don't think they have any certified teachers outside of just the family that teaches it. But Emotion code is a very simple modality and a technique for eliminating the charge on emotions that we've stored and repressed and held in our fields or in our bodies. So I'm going to check this out. Okay, so now typically when we go in, I'm going to do a little demonstration, okay, because I need 26 people. Well, I don't need 26 people, but that'd be cool because I'd like to play with 26 people. But a minimum of 20 people next weekend to come over to my place and play with me and do some emotion code sessions. And I'm just asking for a small donation of $22 per person to help offset the cost of my tuition for the course, because it was fairly expensive, but I wanted to be certified because it'll put me on the map as a practitioner. And I mean, it's a simple modality that's really easy to use anywhere you are. So I printed up a little sheet, and maybe you can see this kind of. I'm awkward with the camera because it's backwards. So yeah, I guess you can read that kind of, okay. So you can see that we've got two columns. We've got column A and column B, okay. And then there's six over here, anyway, you can see the 6 rows, okay. And then there's, I can't remember total how many emotions there are, but in each block there's a number of emotions. So I'm going to do this on myself just to give you a little demo, okay. And typically with emotion code they do muscle testing. Hi Carly and Sarah and Mark, good morning, thank you for joining. So typically we'll do muscle testing with this, okay. And I'm gonna do this. Let's be in a collective. Okay, so we'll get in the field together. Let's do this together. Okay, so everybody breathe in. Oh, this will be fun. I just had a cool idea. We'll do it for me, but it's also for the group. So everybody who's joining right now, and maybe later too. Okay. So everybody breathe down into your heart. 3 long breaths, 5 count in, 5 count out. Let's all get heart centered and yummy in our hearts. Think of something that you're really grateful for, that brings you great joy and happiness and feelings of love. Really breathe into that space in the core of your being, where we're connecting into the unified lens of the field of heart-centered awareness, dropping from the polarity of the mind. So one more long deep breath. Okay, that feels better. And if you notice, if you tend to be someone who's really in your head a lot, that helps kind of calm up here. And there's I mean, it activates your vagus nerve when you slow your breathing down. And you will find that if you've been in any kind of anxious fight or flight sort of mode, that you're dropping into the parasympathetic response by slowing down your breathing, because you're informing your physiology that you're safe. When we're needing to flee or fight, we don't slow down our breathing. Okay, so they even call it kind of like hacking the vagus nerve. Okay, so if you ever find yourself where you're just slow down your breath. It really works. Okay, so how we're going to do this. Good morning. Thank you so much to everybody who's joining in. I hope that this is helpful to all of us. I'm being drawn to Taz's comment here, so I'm going to read that before we start our exercise today, okay? So Taz is saying that he grew up not sharing his feelings because parents and others always told him his feelings were ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's probably worse in our culture with men as well. Boys, you know, are less likely to be received in their emotional truth. And, you know, that's one thing that I've never done to my 2 boys, and I've raised them to be okay with being sensitive. And we actually, well, I certainly celebrate that I have 2 sensitive teenage boys in a world that's fairly desensitized. So I feel like as they go forward in their lives, they'll be teaching others that it's okay, just through their example. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, we know, to be vulnerable. So thank you for all the healing that you've done. Okay, so if anyone else, oh, bye Todd. Okay, all right, have a great day. So if anyone is feeling anything, they have anything coming up for them, let's just kind of bring our awareness to that, okay? I'm feeling sad. A little bit of hopelessness is what I'm noticing. Okay, and I don't want to continue to feel this way for the rest of my day or really any longer. And if there was something to process, it's okay. I could process it without feeling the, you know, I've got stuff I got to do today. So, all right. So the way that I work with the emotion code, for those of you who have joined, I'm working with emotion code. I'm doing a little demo because I want people here next weekend, next Saturday, the 22nd, we're doing all day. So how I work with this, I don't do muscle testing because I'm really not very good at it. And in all honesty, part of the reason I'm not good at it is because I don't like it. I don't find it to be as reliable as the intuitive process. So I prefer to rely on the intuitive process to do this work, and that's okay. I talked to the guy who teaches this, and he said that ultimately the place that we want to get with any of this stuff is to trust the intuitive process. So I was already ahead of the game. I felt like I wasn't doing very well, but I was doing okay. So we have column A and column B, okay? And you may or may not be able to see this very well. So I'm getting column A right off the bat, and that's just my intuitive process, okay? We have even numbers and odd numbers. I'm going to even, that's intuitive, okay? So I've got even numbers of 2, 4, or 6 for the columns and categories. I go to 6, okay? So A6, okay, this is interesting. So the emotions that are in column A, row 6, right here are humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, and overwhelm. I know which one stands out to me. So intuitively, okay, so let's have each of you can do this on yourselves. This will be fun, okay? So humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, or overwhelm. Which one of those feels kind of, that might be it. It's almost like you can imagine a light going on with it, okay? And then how we clear this, and I'm going to clear for myself, and I'll clear for you as well, or neutralize is the word that I like to use. We use the governing meridian that runs, so this is, they use this in acupuncture, Eastern medicine. So the governing meridian runs from here all the way up over the head and down to the base of the spine. So we use a magnetic field, which we have an electromagnetic field, so I can use the electromagnetic field of my own body to do this. I don't actually need to grab the magnets, okay? So I'm going to clear for myself overwhelm. And I'm just going to go up over my head. I'm not going to go all the way down my back. I imagine etherically doing that. Wow, there's something happening. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't know that I feel sad anymore. I almost feel kind of angry right now, which is interesting. So that actually brought another sensation to the surface, which is cool. So we noticed that something happened. And you know, often we have very limited definitions of emotions. Often we'll say, I'm angry, I'm sad, I feel hurt, you know, I'm happy. Usually, I can't think of what they are right now because I have this entire chart here. So they've identified, I can't remember how many emotions they said, and I could do the math on it, but right now I'm not in that place. So they've identified a lot of different emotions that tie into some of the things that are the core emotional states that we feel, like anger. You know, what is that really tying back into? So was that helpful? Oh, you got overwhelmed too, Sheldon? Yeah, I'm totally picking up on you. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about how that works. And one of the things in the emotion code that they talk about is inherited emotions. Okay, so we have our own innate emotional states that we have because of the experiences that we're having with our internal and external world. And we can inherit, you know, we can inherit beliefs and programs as well. We can inherit emotions from the people around us. And a lot of the times it's parents, you know, and sometimes it goes back even generations where we've inherited some of these stored and locked in and what's the other word? Trapped emotions. that they talk about. Sometimes heart walls are inherited as well. You feel a little bit better, Sheldon? Okay. So because I do what I do, and this is normal for pretty much everybody, and we're just not aware of it. But because I do what I do, I'm very tapped into a lot of people. I'm very aware of what's happening with a lot of people intuitively. I can think about them and I can kind of, it doesn't mean that it's true what I'm feeling, but I have a sense of what's happening with them. And sometimes that will impact the way that I feel. So if in fact I'm inheriting emotional states, or, it's quantum entanglement, if I'm engaging with other people's emotional states, then, and I don't understand that that's not just mine, and I don't know how to help myself, then, it can be very confusing, and it can be very uncomfortable too, especially when we can't identify, what is this all about? And we're just sad, So what do I want to do for a practice? There's so many of you on here today. Thank you so much. I hope that this is valuable. Okay, I want to actually ring my bowl. Sunday fun day. I have a beautiful crystal bowl here that was given to me by a couple who needed eclipse glasses. And they said that they would trade me this bowl because it has a little chip in the top of it for a pair of eclipse glasses. And I was like, you're on. So they really enjoyed the eclipse, and I have a beautiful crystal bowl for my practice forever. Oh, hi, Deborah. It's my lady. Okay, all right, I'm going to ring my bowl, and hopefully you can hear this. Okay, so everybody just breathe one long deep breath all the way down into the core of your being. It's not ringing very well because it's against my body. Keep breathing. Okay, so yeah, that's helping. That bowl is so awesome. Agreed. Okay, my heart feels so much better. If anybody's noticing anything, just let me know. But I'm also sitting right beside the bowl, and I don't know what the sound quality is for you out there. I hear, again, my fan is running on my laptop, and I don't know why it's doing that. I need to get that sorted out because it distorts the sound. Okay, so for our intention for today, it's Sunday. I'm imagining that a lot of people have the day off. What do we want to align with? I know what I want to align with. So put up out there into your field what the things are that you would like to align with today, that you're calling in your connection with the unified field. What would you like to experience today in your own internal world, and maybe even find some of it in your external world as you go through your day? For me, joy. And joy can look very different for different people. The smallest, tiniest little things bring me joy. Let's also align with peace, okay? That's the other one, inner peace, okay? Because, and again, as within, so without, we have a lot of things that are happening in our world that are really crying for love, and if we're peaceful within ourselves, we're more apt to be able to offer that to the rest of the world. So let's really align with peace within. So breathe that in, okay? So if we can breathe that in from something greater than us, I am peace. Okay, and really think about what are the other things that you would like to align with today as you continue through your day. If you have children, maybe you can play with your children, or even just watch them play. Okay, my heart feels better, and what I'm getting is that I need to probably talk to a friend or two today, see what's up with them, make sure they're okay. Okay, so we're just breathing into that. And, okay, so what we're going to do, to add to that, imagine going up into what we call our crown chakra, for those of you who aren't familiar with the chakras, and it's a bright purple. Let's imagine that like a lotus flower at the top of our heads. Breathe into that. Imagine it bright purple light. Imagine that flower opening. Okay. And then all the things that you're calling in, imagine that like raindrops, gentle raindrops dropping down into the middle of that beautiful purple lotus flower. And breathe that in. Okay. So I don't really have anything else today. There's some things that are coming up in my brain that I need to deal with, and I'm going to align with clarity on why I feel sad so that I can not feel sad tomorrow. I don't even know if that was helpful for any of you at all. I hope it was. There were a lot of you that hopped on here. It was really beautiful to see you all. Thank you for joining me on Sunday morning. I'm looking at the time on it, 20 minutes, okay? Hopefully that offered you something. I don't even know. I might have gone into a time warp. Anyway, okay, so for next Saturday, for those of you who live locally and you're available, please come play with me at my healing sanctuary here in Monument, Colorado, so that I can do my my sessions that I need for the requirements for my emotion code practitioner certification. And I'm just asking for small donations, like I said earlier. And for any of you, so if any of you that I am connected to are feeling sad and confused about why you're feeling sad, or if there's anything happening for any of you that you need some help with, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm here. I have openings in my schedule. You can private message me here on Facebook. You can go on my business page, Cynthia Rose Healing Arts, and you can message me there. You can see testimonials. I'll put the link in the comments. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. I feel a little bit better, but there's clarity. I need to have a conversation with somebody. Okay, so thank you for starting a beautiful Sunday. Well, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you benefited in some way from that. Okay, so go play outside if you can. It's a beautiful day here in Colorado. Hopefully it's beautiful where you are. Connect to your loved ones today. That feels important. Maybe someone you love is feeling sad and they need you to just kind of connect in and see how they're doing. Okay, that might be a really good idea. Okay, I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day. Sheldon, I'm about to call you. Bye. Happy Sunday.